Hello everyone, this is Bigalski.
And this is JTB.
And this, like the previous video, is Captivating Goddess Phase 4, which I have already beat my average on, so this is going to be just a little intro to it, and then we'll talk about it, and then we'll go into my CG5. So on this one, right here, it's always been tough for me, and the reason I got my scores is because I ET'd and UT'd a lot. I mean, we talk about it in the last video. I show a lot of bloopers, what to do, what not to do. So I'll put that link in there if people want to go through that and watch it. I was really happy with that score because it's always been really tough for me. But any tips or tricks you want to put in here real quick before the next video starts?
For Nikkei, I mean, it really depends. If you just want to get a good score, a good fast kill with all the minions and keeping your items in Nimpo, you'll pretty consistently break 700, like 7, 10, 15 or so on the end points. It's just one of those missions where the difference between farming it and not farming it is really not that significant. You're looking at 100, 150,000, but farming that mission is just extremely difficult because of the cat fiends and the crab fiend minion waves. Because when those guys are, you know, jumping all over the place, it's really, really hard to like keep yourself safe and then have the health to farm her afterwards. So that's one of those where I'd say, unless you're going for something really significant, I'd just go for like a good speed kill on her and all the minions.
Yeah, and if you look at it, the average is based on really not farming her like you could. But this is CG5. I barely made my average, and I knew since I was kind of close on my last one that I didn't need to do the farming trick. But I got a little unlucky a couple times and made some bad rolls. But what you want to do here for the most part is try to kill a monk, UT them, collect the essence, and then if you wanted to farm her, you could get her to swing, and I showed that at the end. But if you want to just get through it, as long as you are able to get a few ETs or UTs, especially if she flies, you don't need to do the lunar farming trick.
Oh no, definitely not. I mean, if you can get a good pattern on her jumping around, like, and swinging, you know, you can, like, the Gleaming Blade does good damage. You know, if you get it really, really fast, you can still get a very good score doing it that way.
So, can you see me hitting the wall cost me? You know, I was thinking, do I want to switch to my Dobby? Do I want to go back towards me? Not jumping towards the monk when I needed to, you know, cost me some points right there.
Yep.
So, I mean, that stuff adds up. I mean, that's what, 12,500 right there that I missed, that I didn't have to miss. So, going back to the movement, you know, I really stress that to not only the newer player, but the younger players. If they can get those habits in there, that's something that you really want to learn how to do. I mean, I think I'm past that point, but I just try to wall jump. I think I missed here. Yeah.
Yeah, this is one of those really annoying missions where the fact that, you know, if the bosses kill the minions, they respawn.
Thing I was telling you about. Sorry. Watch the, I drop a smoke bomb to charge. Now I'm pushing it toward the direction of the guy.
And he still targets where Ishtaros was, not even where she is now.
Anyway, sorry for interrupting, but I wanted to point that out. I mean, I don't understand this stuff sometimes. Go ahead with what you were saying. Sorry.
Oh no, I was just saying this is one of those missions where, you know, the boss killing the minions, making them respawn, can really mess you up on this mission. You know, you can hit them and like you can get them just a sliver away from being dead, and then like she'll do a laser beam or something and just kill both of them, and they'll respawn. And you think, oh god.
Yeah, right when you're fixing. Now look at this.
Yeah.
See, this is where I was going to change over, and I said, wait, my combo counter didn't register, so let me at least get those 60 points. You know, because at the end of the day, 60 points, big deal. You know, even with the multiplier, big deal. But you'll see how it works. So now,
it's 150 points, you know.
Yeah. Well, now, since I knew I missed out some UTs I figured I would try this. I've never tried this before. And the people, it's like Kel and, Fat Man. I wonder whatever happened to him. He was so good. But in order to really get the high scores on this, you got to do this for all 4 waves of her. I would call it waves after you kill the minions to really get the score. But I have a hard time dodging her. Sometimes it hits, sometimes it doesn't. Or sometimes I get hit, sometimes I don't. I don't understand that. But I know, I'm sure I'm doing something. See, like that time I didn't get hit at all.
Yeah, with Ishtaros, you really, it's weird, but you actually want to stay close to her. Like, her hitboxes get bigger, like, the further away you are from the whip. So, if you're kind of rolling away from her, you're sort of rolling... yeah, like, you're rolling, like, into the hitbox of the move, as opposed to if you roll towards her, you're rolling towards, like, the non-active part of the hitbox.
And now, you don't need to roll with the lunar. That's just a habit of going into the gleaming blade.
Yeah.
At least I got my credit for that UT there. So when you look at that, hey, new record, and when I saw that, I said, man, what was that? And if you look, I beat my average by 56 points. So going in to make sure I got getting out of the menu in order to get my combo to register is what got me this mission, or got my average. Can you believe that?
Yes,
now,
I can.
And people don't know it's not a big
I tell
deal,
you, man, that Path of the Master Ninja 3 still haunts me to this day. I needed a 2-hit combo. To get that high score.
Oh man. But this row, I didn't hardly make any points on this row compared to the last row. But
this is a very, very tough row, though, karma run-wise. It's a very tough row, for sure. It's one of the hardest, I would say.
Now, I think I was happy with the scores that I got on, especially CG1 and CG4. I don't think I would ever play those again for score. I mean, maybe, I know for sure not CG1. Now, I tell you, on my channel, if you go to the channels, and I have a bunch of Ninja Gaiden players, if people would go to Ryu Hayabusa 3 and watch him play CG1 with the nunchucks. Now, the video quality is awful. He recorded it off his TV before all the really good capture devices and stuff like that. I mean, I think it's like, 12 or 13 years old.
Yeah.
But he farms her with the nunchucks. And it's just like, wow, that's crazy. And how he jumps over the orbs. I mean, it really is amazing, his play style. So I highly recommend people to go and watch some of his older videos through that. But on here, I'm just happy to get that done, and then I can move on. I mean, it's this is probably the fastest I've gotten a road done in a long time. I only had 2 missions to do, so...
I'm trying to think, what row's next? Fateful Confrontation?
Yeah, Fateful Confrontations. And there's some there's some farming methods on that I haven't done in years that I'll get to practice, but on Fateful Confrontations 5, I already got my average on that just by doing the XY method. I did it really fast and no hurt. So I don't think I'm going to worry about the extra 30 or 40,000 points on that, since I already beat my average, but
yeah,
that's what I'll be working on next. But again, I'll put the link down to CG4 in the description of the video, but maybe farming Ishtaros wouldn't be that bad, especially since you have the tranquility. I mean, I tried to stay away from her so my health could regenerate. Staying close, I feel like I could really mess up, but again, that's what you were saying, is I have a greater chance of the hitbox.
Yeah, you just have to sort of be very comfortable, like dodging and like taking advantage of guard break, roll, and then let your guard get broken again, because as long as your guard only gets broken, you don't get chipped. So it really is just a case of like being just very comfortable with her attacks.
Yeah, I think I'm either rolling too early or too late or something. That's the reason I'm getting hit on that second hit or something. I mean, but the other part of that is I just didn't want to mess with that farming method through the whole process through it.
Yeah.
You know, getting to that fourth wave, we'll call it, after you kill all 8 enemies, and she has that whole health bar. And if you're doing pretty good on health, you could probably do that lunar single hit UT. And I was releasing a little late, but again, it wasn't the end all. I was just trying to get a few extra points out of it. But I think Kel scores over 800,000, like 816 or something like that.
Yep.
I mean, so there could be a possibility of 150 to 170,000 more points, but that's too tough for me. You know, I'm happy with the average, but that's the reason he's at 57 million, and I'm, you know, a little bit less. Just a little,
just a little bit behind. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Well, that's it. Y'all take care, and we will see you in the next one. Take care.
Bye, everyone. See ya.